Not too shabby. Coffee beans from Kathy and Lee McKenna. Good morning, one and all. Today is Tuesday, March 19th, 2023. And what are we doing today? Today's a big day. We meet the UAs, going to Vegas. Big things on the horizon, big things happening. Something great is going to happen to me today. Boom. Let's see. See where Wadabevi. Oh, there's Wadabevi. She's having her soup. Okay, the reason I ask is to see about coming out here. Also asked Lucy about coming out here. See if Lucy could come out here also. Maybe you guys could come out for Easter and talk, see your cousins, etc. Maybe you can follow up with Lucy to see what she thinks and see what Z cost is. Okay, so here we are, everyone. Today is Tuesday, March 19th. Yes, I know I said that. And we are here. This is Department of Career Services, where our goal is to help you get from where you are to someplace better, point A, from point A to point B, from Someday Isle to Successlandia. How do we do that? Well, we do it through helping you learn new habits, helping you create better habits. That's weird. How come that is over there? Okay, there we go. Helping you create better habits. Why? So that you have more meaning and purpose in your life. So you have more money plus more meaning and purpose, because those are the three key ingredients: money, times, meaning, and purpose. You have to have those three things. So we help you do that. And I would say, why is that important? So you can nurture and share the spirit of the Creator within you. That's it. So we're working on that, putting that down into something that can be usable by people in jail. But that's why we're here. We're here to help you get from where you are to someplace better. And the secret to it is just to have better habits. Boom, better habits. Put as much into your day as possible. So if you're going to sleep for a third of your life, at least make the other 2/3 as meaningful as possible, with as much purpose. Meaning is act such that everything you do matters. Don't just lay around doing nothing. Act such that everything you do matters. And purpose is service to others. So if you're doing good stuff, helping other people, and it's for the purpose of nurturing the spirit of the Creator within you, then you'll move forward. But that's for G School. That's for the weekend. For today, let's focus on our worksheet. This is, by the way, the worksheet is going to be the curriculum for our people. So meeting Diana Stater down in Vegas today. I'm going to talk about this as the curriculum. We've got Chromebooks. People will be able to use their Chromebooks to do the worksheet. And that will be it. And if you do that, you graduate, you get the right, earn the right to go to Vegas to participate in vocational school, a real vocational school. But let's move on. What is our meme of today? What if you didn't believe? What if you didn't believe? Huh? What does that mean? Believe what? Well, so we've got 3 important videos. Darren Hardy's talking about the concept of, the things that we believe are just beliefs. They're not real. They're just beliefs. So he gets into Okay, you believe that, that makes your life better. Great. You believe that, that makes your life better. Great. It's okay to believe what you want to believe as long as it's making your life better in an objective type of way. Okay. That, number one. Number two, Seth Godin talking about control, out of being out of control. We'll read that one because it's short. And then third, our motivational today is Father Spitzer, Jesuit priest, physicist, talking about proof of God's existence from a scientific point of view, not using the Bible to prove that God is true. God is true. Why? Because the Bible said God is true and God is real. Okay, so let's, Spitzer's putting that aside and saying if we look at the universe and apply science to it, do we see the fingerprints of God, so to speak? All right, so let's go to Seth Godin right now. Seth Godin, out of control. It's negative when we say that someone is out of control. He's out of control. They've lost their self-restraint and they're doing things that they'll regret later. True. And it's honest when we acknowledge that just about everything is out of our control. We can work to influence it. We can practice accepting it. But anytime we're engaging with others or with the future, we're not completely in charge. Right. Control is elusive. If we accept the parts that are out of our hands, we can focus on the elements where we have leverage and influence instead. Okay, so in the reality of life, we have very little control over things. We have influence. That's Seth Godin. Darren Hardy is what you believe is untrue. But it could be okay to believe it. Great. You believe that that's going to make your life better. Great. Good. That goes to Yuval Harari from last week, Creating Stories. And then Spitzer talking about proof of the existence of God. So in G School, we learned that the facts of Genesis, or let's say the creation of the universe part, the facts are correct. The story attached to the facts is not quite accurate. But for the people who learned the story, the facts were accurate to their level of understanding. So, for example, when people are learning, when they're children, you have to get them to understand numbers before they can understand addition. And you kind of really have to understand addition before you learn subtraction. And you have to know addition and subtraction before you know multiplication. And then you have to know those three things before you learn division. It's kind of like starting out. So, 1,000 years, 2,000 years BC, or when Moses wrote the Bible, the Old Testament, the first 5 books of the Old Testament, when he wrote that, when it was being given to him, his knowledge was very limited. It would have made no sense to give mathematical proofs to somebody who didn't really understand high-level math. And I shouldn't say didn't understand high-level math at all. So the facts are correct. The story is incorrect. What would be an example of that? Well, the fact is there's a car driving down the street. It swerved off the road and rolled over into the desert. That's the facts. The story, there could be an infant, well, not an infant, but a very large number of stories as to describe why that happened and the significance of it. For example, the fact is the car swerved off the road, rolled into the desert, rolled over, caught on fire. So, one story could be the driver fell asleep. Another one could be the driver wanted to commit suicide. The driver got distracted by a bee. We don't know just looking at the facts, we don't know the story behind the facts. And it appears that the story behind the Bible that we believe, now that science has progressed, we can understand it in a different way than we could when it was first told. So these 3 videos today, the 3 that are highlighted, actually there's 4 in red, but the 3 that are up above in red, Seth Godin, Darren Hardy, and the motivational, those get into this thing to start thinking about control. How important is control in my life? Just focus on control. Darren Hardy, things that you believe are untrue. And our meme for the day is, what if you didn't believe? What if you didn't believe the things that you believe? What if you didn't believe it? What would your life be like? That's sort of a Jordan Peterson exercise. What would happen if you took the things that you believed, you set them aside, you didn't believe them anymore? What would happen next? So we want to kind of investigate that and use these 3 videos, especially the Darren Hardy one, because he gets into a lot of examples of, oh, you believe that? Okay, great, good. But starting from the thing of, it's just a belief and it's not true. It's just a belief and it's not true. Okay, the facts are cogito ergo sum, but the story around the facts isn't necessarily accurate. And Darren Hardy is saying, and it doesn't really matter whether it's accurate or not, as long as it's helping move you forward. Okay, so let's see, that's a lot to ponder. And it's 6:12. So if you could see what the cost of tickets is, maybe see if Lucy wants to come out, see about that. We have places that you guys can stay in our brand new place. The beds are arriving Friday, getting ready for Vegas. The people in the apartments, people at A Brighter Beginning, ABB, people there need your UAs. Need the UAs done this morning by 8 o'clock. And it's possible that Isaiah and Miss D need to come down to Vegas, but I will confirm that later. So, anything you want to talk about? What a bevy. Until tomorrow. Okay. Yes. Okay. So good. All right. Well, then we'll call it a day. Be here tomorrow. Appreciate it for everybody who is participating in these. For the people in the apartments, these are mandatory. We will be getting you things, but in the meantime, you can watch them on your phone. But we do have Chromebooks. All right. Okay. And with that, I'm going to say cut, because I've got to do the Peloton.